Here we have a package that was mailed in to us from West Sacramento, California, from Pablo. And Pablo mailed in an iPad Pro 12.9 inch, first gen. He also mailed the screen with the tablet. This is a brand new screen. And Pablo said that there's some type of short on his screen connector. Let's take a look so we can see what Pablo means. So this is the LCD. And the two cables. Oh, okay. Burn mark right here. But this burn mark is not really coming from the LCD flex cable. It's most likely coming from the motherboard. I mean, this we can clean and it should be no problem. We do not know the condition of the screen. It looks like a brand new screen. I still see the blue tape on the flex cable. Yeah, so the problem is not the connector itself. Problem is not the LCD connector. Look at this, back like new again. Let's check the iPad. What probably happened is Pablo tried to change the screen on this tablet without disconnecting the battery first, and as a result some filter blew, and now he's not able to get the tablet to work. Usually the backlight goes off or touch will break. If we take a look at the connectors here under the microscope, right there, that's the problem right there. So this is most likely a filter that blew. We do not know if anything else got affected. Let's do some measurements in continuity mode. The filter is good. This filter is good. Let me switch over to diode mode, rad probe on ground, and I'm gonna do some random testing on those capacitors. Just want to make sure there's no short. Good, good, good. Okay, so for the most part we should be good. What we need to do is replace this filter, the blown filter here, and we'll test and see if the tablet works. Now, I did not try to assemble the screen to test. We're gonna do this after we fix this blown filter here. So let's go ahead and do that right now. Okay, fume extractor. Clean up this area and see if we have any blown pads. Okay, so we have a big lump right here. I can feel it. Look, it's pretty high. It's probably the pad rolled up. I do not know if we can make it flat again, because right now we won't be able to solder a filter if we have a big lump here. Okay, we got rid of it. Okay, let's grab a filter from this iPhone here. That's a filter. It's too small because the pad is broken, so we may have to run a wire to connect this end with this. Right, so now what we want to do is test if this point is continuous with this point, and yes, so the job is done. So as you can see, we have the battery disconnected because we do not want to fall in the same mistake the customer did where we install a screen without disconnecting the battery first. One cable is in and I'm doing the other cable, and now we're gonna remove the battery separator and let's turn it on. I do not know if the battery is charged. Okay, so nothing. Let me grab a cable, the charging cable. And I just want to make sure the screen is connected properly. Yes, both of them are in. And plug the charging cable. And still nothing. So it could be that we have something else blown on the board. It's a constant 0.4. Usually when the tablet turns on, it jumps up to over 1 amp, then back down. Nothing came on the screen, and the amp meter shows a charging rate of 0.4, whether we have the battery connected or disconnected. Now I want to take a look at this area one more time, at the FPC area for the screen. I just want to test whatever I can here. I have the meter in continuity mode. I do not see anything unusual here. Let me go to diode mode quick. Red probe on ground. Test capacitors here. All good. Everything is testing good. All good. This is the battery connector right here. I'm looking for burn marks or cracks or a component that blew off the board. Let's test this diode here. We should get something like 0.14, 0.15. So meter in diode mode. Black probe here and red probe here. And we have 0.142, which is good. And let's test those two diodes here. We should get a similar value. Oh, short. Flip the probes. Same thing, short. Huh. Short. So one or both diodes may be bad. Now I do not have a circuit diagram for this iPad, and I do not have a board diagram for this iPad, but what I'm thinking is those two diodes deals with the backlight and display, or display. So let's find out. I'm gonna remove one or both diodes and see if we still have a problem. We're gonna use our hot tweezers. Okay, so let's test to see if we still have a short. Black probe here and the red probe here. Same. If we have our red probe on ground and black probe here, same thing. So let's remove the other one. And we're gonna bend this one slightly upwards. And let's test again. Red probe on ground. .157, good. 0.157. So the short is not from those components here. Let's take a look under the thermal cam and see if we see anything obvious. So I'm gonna plug the charging cable and see if anything gets hot. Okay, so immediately two things got hot. I'm gonna go to manual mode and let's go up in temperature. Okay, two things are getting hot. This chip and this is a coil. Okay, so let's go under the microscope. Two things getting hot is this chip here and this coil here. Let's do a quick test with alcohol. See? So the short is coming from this chip. the coil is not going to short the circuit. So we're not going to look into the coil, but rather we're going to look into this chip. It's obvious. It dries right off. So the thermal camera did tell us that the problem is this IC here. Based on my research online, I found out that this chip that is shorting out is a power IC. So we have to get this fixed for the tablet to work. I do not know if there's underfill under the IC or how easy it is to solder this chip in place. I'm looking online for this power IC and I see few used ones from China. So I do not even know if we can get it from the US. Either way, we're gonna leave this till another video until we get the power IC. From now until then, I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll do something else in the next video.